Oh, ChoroQ fans, we got a little special box set of the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force. I believe that's what that stands for. And I believe that stands for Japan. Anyways, it's got a tin box here. This collection came out in 2005, and I guess it's Volume 1. So there might be another set out there that I'm going to have to try to find one day. Alright, well, we got a little cardboard here with some images. Unfortunately, there's not much I can make out of it being written in Japanese, but here's the Type 82. I believe this is like a command and reconnaissance vehicle, but it's 13 tons. The Type 73, I believe, is made by Mitsubishi. This is 2,000 kilos or so. It looks like a Jeep, basically. This is the Toyota Mega Cruiser. I don't know what the military name for it is, but you can see it's quite a bit larger and heavier than the Mitsubishi one. This is a Komatsu LAV, so it's a 4-ton vehicle. That's the best I can make out of this thing. Let's just leave that there. So nice foam. These things are nicely wrapped in plastic, probably to avoid the foam scratching the paint. I do wish there was a different casting instead of having two of these. Oh, but they're quite different, so maybe it's not going to be so bad. I did review, I think, one of these loose, so that they didn't always have to come in this tin. They could have been sold as loose items. Well, let's start with this thing, the Type 82 6x6. So these all have spring motors, that thing there, and so only this axle drives it. And sadly, they all probably have these coin holders, which really detract from the look of it. The reason why you put a coin in there is the weight of it will make it do a wheelie, but it's not much of a wheelie in the first place, so I wish they would get away from those. But it's a signature treat, I guess, of ChoroQ. Alright, well, this is a very dark green color, matte finish. I like how the wheels, they do look very military-esque. And then the panel gap's really nice. Quite a deep panel gap for that hatch, whatever it is. The door there, these tools, unfortunately no extra paint. A little orange marker there. Oh boy, this body is actually clear plastic. That actually is a clear window. It's just darkly smoked. Interesting. The headlights are, I guess, down here, painted silver. We got some turn signals, and then these other two things are black. It's not symmetric either. There's two lights there, one light there. So that's kind of nice. There is a badge here, probably for like the JGSDF. It looks similar to the police badge. Some sort of, maybe it's like a sakura flower or something. But I don't know. Leave a comment if you know. This side, alright, we do have a little bit of paint, at least silver for this tow cable. And then, I don't know, some sort of bulge. Not sure what that would be. I think that's an exhaust pipe, looking at that photograph. Okay, well, up here we have some nice venting. Very good. Some little latch details, or maybe those are hinges. These hatches here look pretty nice. And then hatches there. More venting. So yeah, that's what makes me think it's a recon vehicle, because you can have hatches way up here and they could come out with binoculars and check things out. Back here we have some jerry cans. They're not sticking out very far, though. I kind of wish they stuck out further. I mean, jerry cans aren't that flush. They could have easily done it, but did not. What is nice is the taillights are painted. I would have a really hard time painting those, such small taillights like that, so that's a nice tampo print. And no sticker on the back. It would be probably nice to tell you what it is. I guess it probably does, it's just only written in Japanese. Alright, well, that's the big guy of this collection. Type 82. Komatsu LAV. So it's got the same wheels that I can see. Seems to also be the same dark green. And, the bottom here, yeah, it's only Japanese text, nothing here. This time we'll go with the back, so the taillights again printed nicely. This is black. So clear window, the whole body is this clear smoked plastic and they paint the rest of it. So I find that quite interesting that they can pull that off. I mean, it's painted very well, right? The rubbery tires there, the shovel, venting, some orange for that marker. So now we have silver here and some markers for the there, and then they get that logo again. All right, some venting, venting, and a giant hatch. I would have to assume there must be that's like a machine gun post you can put there, so you have run a 50 cal or something. And then yeah, you can see now the spring motor inside to that windshield there. So very nice, very cool. You know, it's just all deformed. I like these things, deformed stuff. I actually like them more than the realistic looking models. Okay, well, this is the next one, it looks like. Maybe this is a medical version of this Type 73. So same casted wheels, but obviously painted white. Let's see here. We got tan here, the clear smoked windows, some hinge details. I don't know what this box would be. Not sure. Nice printed details, headlights, turn signal, auxiliary lamps, and then these red lamps and that badge again. And now the grill actually has some black in there, so that's nice. And then you have a siren, I think. But the siren is just raw plastic, and it doesn't look the same color. You know, the light's getting through there, and it looks a little bit weird. Whereas this body is clearly painted white. The molding is actually raised, or the windshield is depressed. And then you have a red light up here with what looks like, maybe it's just a brown base of the canvas top there. Different asymmetric here, or yeah, no vents there, so it's a little asymmetric. I like that. Now I think maybe an antenna can go onto these. Now this jerry can is actually too big. No jerry cans are that thick across, to my understanding. So it's kind of weird that they made that one so thick, and the other one so thin. But this is a casted-in wheel. It's not a separate piece like this stuck onto the back. It's literally part of this molding, I think. But it's painted nicely. It looks good, and it actually helps cover up this silly coin holder. So I like that. Now you can see the construction of this tab right here, and then the screw in the front. And then you can also see the gears. So that's kind of nice. I think kids would appreciate that, or even me. And it does say 04 here, so if you buy this out without the packaging, you know how old it is. Alright, so that actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. It actually looks like a Suzuki Jimny also, like a mix between a Jeep Wrangler and a Suzuki Jimny. Alright, we might as well just do the camouflage version of it. So, drab wheels, nice tail. Oh, one of these. Yeah, alright, they didn't even go over the tail lamps, but they're the same. Yeah, alright, so basically a different color scheme, asymmetric windows there, a little rain gutter. Right, nice lights. This grill looks a lot better than the white one. A little vent there, and what's that? I think that's a contaminant. I don't want to pick at it because the paint will get messed up. So that's a real shame. Generally, ChoroQs have really good quality control. It's very rare to actually have one with something messed up like that. So, oh well. The last one is that Mega Cruiser. And yeah, it basically looks like a Humvee. But we have a canvas top with some funky windows. Nice depression of the corrugated door. Some orange markers. Same wheels. A lot of printing here on the front. That logo again. The running lights, turn signals. Black in the grill is nice. Black in the maybe the winch area. Big windscreen. Wiper blade stocks maybe. Nice corrugation here. Maybe some tie-down points. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Alright, and then the camos. This is mostly brown on this side. 50-50. A lot more green on this side. So it's nice that the camo runs across different surfaces, right? It goes from here down to the vertical, from horizontal to the front, and also over here. So it's a nice continuous camo. There's no like break in the line. Very impressive. Alright, the back, again, taillights look pretty good. Backup light, only one. Asymmetric design again. A little post stand there for the antenna. Some hinges. Yeah, you can actually see through this pretty decently because the windows are so flat. Alright. So very nice. Yeah, I just kind of wish in English it told you what it was. Alright, quite a few things I gotta show off. So here's that Mitsubishi but it's just all in olive drab. So I bought this in its own packaging, not part of a set. It's clearly inferior to the other two, though. It's very plain looking compared to these two. Alright. Mega Cruiser wise is quite different. So here's an RV park one. I 3D printed my own wheels, though. So the actual form of it is quite different. Right, the corrugated doors. This one has a vent here, right? Totally different back, of course. But even the front end. So I don't know. Maybe it's not based on a Mega Cruiser. I just assumed it was, but I don't know for sure. Leave a comment if you know about the JGSDF. Here's a firefighter version of it. So it's obviously got some really massive lights on the top. Very funny. Now, there are some old ChoroQ Combats, and this is a German Funkwagen of all things. Gotta love the name of that. And so these came out around, oh, I don't know, there's no date there, it's just blanked off. This is actually when toys were made in Japan, apparently, as well. Probably the 1980s, if I had to guess. Obviously very crude in its molding by today's standards. Also, they had tanks as well, and just the lack of paint details. Literally has stickers on it. This is the Panzer IV, and this is from maybe 1983. Yeah, that's what it looks like, 82 or 83. Alright, and maybe I could squeeze one more on here. Chibiko is a smaller version. This is a Panzer IV as well. Must have come out a lot later, because it looks a lot nicer. This is 2003. Okay, so yeah, it's a smaller tank, but better detailed. Alright, got an idea about sizes and stuff. Naturally, being 3 axles, this is obviously the biggest of the bunch. But they're all really nice. I'm really happy to have these things. I think I probably like this one the most. It looks the most cartoonish to me. It looks the most squished. Well, thank you for checking this out. If there is a volume 2, if there are different castings, I'm going to have to look into that. We'll have to see if I can find a set. But these are pretty rare. They're pretty old now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next Choro video.